We are live. नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक टू ब्रोकर की पाठशाला सीजन 5। हम शुरू करने से पहले सभी पार्टिसिपेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है कि अपना अपना वीडियो और ऑडियो दोनों बंद रखें ताकि हम ये जो इंटरेक्शन करने वाले हैं उसके ऊपर आप सबको अच्छी तरह से हम वैल्यू क्रिएट कर सके। मिस्टर अनिल भानुशाली, कैन यू प्लीज? या, थैंक यू वेरी मच। दोस्तों, ये जो सीजन है ब्रोकर की पाठशाला की वो हम सिटी के ऊपर कर रहे हैं। द थीम इज सिटीस्केप। अभी तक हमने पिछले 4 सीजन में अलग अलग सिटी से सक्सेसफुल ब्रोकर्स को हमने इनवाइट किया, उनके साथ हमने गुफ्तगू की। न केवल हमने उनके बारे में जाना, लेकिन वो रियल एस्टेट में कैसे आए, वो रियल एस्टेट में इस मकाम पे कैसे पहुंचे। उन्होंने अपनी सक्सेस स्टोरी, अपने फेलियर के थ्रू, अपने चैलेंजिंग जर्नी के थ्रू हम सबको कुछ न कुछ ज्ञान बांटा है। और हमने सोचा कि क्यों ना हम अब सिटी की तरफ जाए। रियल एस्टेट कोविड के बाद में तकरीबन हम कोविड से बाहर है और पूरे विश्व में और पूरे हिंदुस्तान में अब रियल एस्टेट की जो गतिविधियां है बहुत अच्छी तरह से पॉजिटिव जा रही है। सब तरीके से हमको न्यूज आती है कि अच्छा काम हो रहा है, सब ब्रोकर्स, डेवलपर्स, सब लोग बिजी हो गए। तो हमने सोचा कि एक और बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी इस माध्यम से ब्रोकर की पाठशाला के हम हर कोने में बैठे रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकर और डेवलपर को हम बता सके कि इंडिया में कौन सी सिटी में क्या हो रहा है। तो दिस इज द प्रिविलेज फॉर मी टू प्रेजेंट दिस एंटायर सीजन डेडिकेटेड टू डिफरेंट सिटी, the different promising city of India, which will help all of us to know more about what is happening in real estate in India. Last season 4 हमने एक्सक्लूसिवली विमेन ब्रोकर के लिए रखा था और हम आप सबको सीजन 4 की कुछ झलकियां दिखाना चाहेंगे। हालांकि हम हर सीजन में हमारी मीटिंग जो है ब्रोकर की पाठशाला, क्योंकि ये साला है तो हम प्रार्थना करते हैं, प्रेयर करते हैं। तो इस सीजन की हम झलकियां दिखा रहे हैं, उसमें ही प्रेयर आ जाएंगी, इसलिए हम प्रेयर को यहाँ पे नहीं कर रहे। तो विल लिसन दैट प्रेयर इन दैट फ्लैशबैक ऑफ सीजन 4। कैन वी हैव फ्लैशबैक ऑफ सीजन 4, रुखसार? Volume, sir, can you have volume? Sir, we are not able to hear.
के पास में कौन सा आया अभी आखिरी में मोबाइल नंबर 333। पता, और अगर वो पार्टी हो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, तो वो कल आने वाली है।
I request participants to please keep their audio off, audio and video off, please. All the participants. Dipen, Karan, can you hear the voice, or there is problem with my?
No, we can't hear.
No, we can't. There is some issue with that.
Oh, I think.
While you share a screen, I think you need to click on the
technical glitch. Sorry for that technical glitch. Because in my office there is some problem with the Wi-Fi, and one computer it is clear, but you all are not able to hear them.
No.
Please allow me to rectify. She will redo it again. नहीं आ रहा है। Not coming, na?
No.
No.
We can see her. We can see her. You check later on. सॉरी फ्रेंड्स, कुछ बातें लाइफ में अपने हिसाब से नहीं होती, तो मुझे लगता है वो मौका नहीं था आज कि हम आपको वापिस वो दिखा सके. विल ट्राई. अगर टेक्निकल कुछ रिजॉल्व होता है तो वी विल डू इट. सो लेट अस, मैं रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू जॉइन मी फॉर द प्रेयर. विल डू प्रेयर लाइव. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. सर्वेपि सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात्. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु अवीर्यं कर्वावहे तेजस्विनावदितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहे. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Thank you friends. Once again, welcome to Broker Ki Paathshala Season 5. May I request all the participants to please keep your video and audio off. हम लोग अभी तक जितने भी सीजन करते थे उसमें जो वेबिनार मॉडल में रखते थे हम, पर बहुत सारे ब्रोकर्स का मुझे रिक्वेस्ट आया कि आप मीटिंग रूम रखिए क्या, ताकि हम इंटरेक्शन कर सकते, फेस टू फेस हमारे ब्रोकर भाइयों और बहनों को देख सकते. So this is the first attempt I am trying to do that. You all will have to please help me in making it successful. So welcome back to season 5, and this season we are going to have interaction about the different promising city of India. So that's how we have given the theme Cityscape, and I am extremely happy to welcome you three young dynamic real estate tycoon of city of Gujarat, Ahmedabad, which is the Manchester city of India. And may I take this opportunity to welcome three dynamic leaders: Karan, Bhatia, who is the director of HRG Group; Dipen Thakkar, who is the entrepreneur. The name of the company is Property Archer; and Vivek, Parikh from Remix Metro. All three of you, welcome to Broker Ki Paathshala, and thank you for being there and give your consent to be part of this wonderful platform, Broker Ki Paathshala.
Thank you, Vinod.
Thank you,
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Vinod.
तो दोस्तों, हम अहमदाबाद के बारे में बात करेंगे. सिटी क्या है, क्या डेवलपमेंट हुई लास्ट 20-25 साल में, रियल एस्टेट के लिए क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चैलेंजेस दे वेंट थ्रू, एंड सो मेनी थिंग अबाउट ब्रोकर डेवलपर रिलेशनशिप, टेक्नोलॉजी, एंड व्हाट आर द अपॉर्चुनिटी अहेड इन अहमदाबाद. So first, let me ask the three of you. First, Karan, tell our audience about yourself, who you are.
Sure. So hi everyone, my name is Karan Bhatia. I look after the sales and marketing of my company HRG Construction Ahmedabad. We are a new firm in Ahmedabad. We have been operating for the last 6-7 years, and now we are on our third project. We did one luxury residential project, and now we have 2 commercial projects ongoing. So we are looking to add more beautiful buildings to this beautiful city.
Excellent. Thank you, Karan, for the wonderful briefing about yourself. Yes, Dipen.
Hi everyone, good evening. This is Dipen Thakkar, founder Property Archer. I started my career with Vinod Bhai Square Feet and gradually kept on growing. Currently we are operating in Ahmedabad, but yes, we have done transaction in Gujarat market as well as through associate network of NAR India. We have done transactions in Bangalore as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dipen, for being there. Yes, Vivek.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vivek Parikh. I'm franchise owner of Remax Metro. Remax is the world largest real estate broking fund, and I'm in this business since last 12 years. And we have a team of 12 business executives who are helping our clients buy, sell, and lease properties in Ahmedabad, in weekend homes, high-end apartments, affordable homes, and we are also working in Mumbai with Lodha Group. So this is a small introduction.
थैंक यू विवेक का। दोस्तों हर सिटी का एक मिजाज होता है, और हर एक इंडिविजुअल का एक सिटी के लिए कनेक्शन होता है, सो Karan, from you, what is your connection with Ahmedabad?
So I've been born in Ahmedabad, brought up in Ahmedabad. I've studied in Ahmedabad. So Ahmedabad, when it started out, when I was small, was a very small city, and now slowly, I've seen the city grow. I've also been part of adding buildings to the city. So Ahmedabad, what I feel when I think of Ahmedabad is I feel like it's home, because it is. Ahmedabad people are very nice, very sweet, easygoing, easy to talk to. And, having been to the other big cities of India, I can say Ahmedabad is very relaxed and laid back. Everything goes at its own pace, and everybody is focused on living a quality life, So, bhag daud, jaise Bombay mein, Delhi mein, log bhag daud mein lage hue hain. Ahmedabad, you can see everybody wants to live life. Of course, they will work with utmost dedication. They will focus on running their business, make good money, but giving time to family, friends, that holds a great importance for every Ahmedabadi, and I am the same.
Great, I think that was wonderful. Dipen, so what is your how would you define Ahmedabad from your perspective?
Yeah, so 600 plus years old Ahmedabad city. कुत्ते पे जब ससा आया, अहमद शाह ने शहर बसाया. From that World Heritage City to Dubai and making, yes, we are enjoying the city and we love the city a lot. Ahmedabad Management Association every year holds Ahmedabad City Quiz. How much you know about Ahmedabad? In 2016 and 2018, we were the first team among 300 teams. So
Wow.
we love Ahmedabad amazingly.
Excellent, Dipen. Very good. Few more things we are going to know more about Ahmedabad when we move forward in interaction. Yes, Vivek. आपके लिए Ahmedabad क्या है?
Ahmedabad for me is where I was born. I was brought up. As I said, I was a cricketer. So I started my life as a professional cricketer on the grounds of Ahmedabad, and there was not so much of development during that time, and we had playgrounds to play on the. But right now, with developers like Karan and all, the whole skyline of Ahmedabad is changing. So I'm feeling very proud, and I can say Ahmedabad is the safest city to stay.
Wow.
And the best part I have seen in last decade or so, it is transformed into urban modernity of international standards. So I think Ahmedabad is going to rock in coming years.
Very good. I think I am also very close. I'm born and brought up very close to Ahmedabad, a city called Patan, which is again one heritage structure in the Patan Rani Ki Vav. May I request participants to please keep their video off. Gentlemen, please. I would humbly request so that we can have a good interactive session. There is no distraction. So I also know little bit about Ahmedabad. बट आज का जो हमारा कॉन्वर्सेशन रहेगा उसमें बहुत सारी ऐसी बातें होगी जो शायद मुझे भी नहीं पता है. सो another question I want all of you to ask, Karan, what is your academics and why you chose to be a developer? I think this is very, very relevant question. Can you share something about that?
Yeah. So I did my graduation. So I did I had a commerce background. So I did my BCom and then I did my MBA from Symbiosis. And after my MBA, I came back to Ahmedabad. And why we got into real estate? I feel because we saw a trend of people moving, towards like Ahmedabad. Generally, people travel a lot. Everybody has relatives abroad in US, Middle East, everywhere. So I saw that people, when they come back or their relatives here, they have a taste for properties which they see when they're abroad. And there was that stage coming where that demand for those properties was coming up. So we thought it was a good market. And, that's why we thought we should be a part of it. So that's what we're trying, trying to bring world-class buildings in Ahmedabad.
So you are the first generation developer in your family?
Yeah, so my father has a travel business. So, he's done that for 30 years now. And then as soon as, we got in, so the whole family decided that we should be, part of this exciting field. And here we are.
Yeah, but I can see that because when you just started, I think we met first time in 2012.
First, exactly.
We were just planning that first project and
yeah, 2015 we met.
yeah, I could feel that enthusiasm in you, and and I'm very happy to see that you are on the right, roadmap of your professional career and life. What you are thinking.
Correct.
That's a great thing. Yes, Dipen.
Thank you.
Tell more about you. How what is your academics and what brought you to real estate?
Yeah, so mine is not so different or so exciting. Being Ahmedabadi, being Marwadi and born brought up Ahmedabadi, Gujarati, I started my career with stock market. And a couple of years, I realized that people are losing money and we are making money, and I didn't find it so exciting. And while we were on a walk with Vinod Bhai, I think yes, he proposed that we want to open a branch in Ahmedabad. Why don't you join us? And that's how I, by fluke, came into real estate.
Great. Yes, Vivek.
Yes, as I said, I was a professional cricketer. An injury got me to this, and I thank God that injury happened to me.
That's a great way to look at life,
Yes,
Amazing.
it's always being positive to what you want to do in life. And I got in real estate because Remax came to India that time, and I always wanted to be a professional consultant and have a brand with me. And Remax gave me that platform, and I wanted to serve to people, give them the right information, and that's why I started with Remax Metro in 2010.
Excellent. बहुत अच्छी बात है कि आप तीनों का जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो तकरीबन 10-12 साल का है रियल एस्टेट में, and that is actually attracted me. It's a coincidence. But what is going to happen is we are going to get a lot of fresh learning from all three of you. The perspective, कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता है कि बहुत सारा एक्सपीरियंस है ना, वो हमको पास में लगता है कि हमारे जमाने में ये था, हमने ये कर दिया, हमने वो कर दिया. But I think yes, that is important, that what you have done in life. But important is from here where you are going. And the world is changing very fast. So I think I am going to get, and all of us going to get some fresh, amazing idea from all three of you. So my first question to all three of you: what do you think Ahmedabad city? It is always there is no city in the world which is recognized without real estate. It is my personal way of looking at it. If any city or any state want to be on top in terms of economic growth or tourism or anything, I think you remove real estate and there is nothing in city. I don't know, because we were very, very unorganized 30-40 years back, and nobody wanted to recognize the real estate. But if you really look at the overall perspective, we always recognize automobile industry, telecom industry. तो मुझे लगता है उससे भी ज्यादा टर्नओवर आप देख लो या कंट्रीब्यूशन देख लो, वो रियल एस्टेट का है. इवन दोज इंडस्ट्री कांट सर्वाइव विदाउट रियल एस्टेट. सो रियल एस्टेट इज द बिगेस्ट कंट्रीब्यूटर टू द जीडीपी. So what do you think, अगर रियल एस्टेट को आना है, कहाँ पे भी ग्रोथ करना है, so there are certain industries which generate the employment. So which are those industries, Karan, according to you, in and around Ahmedabad, which is driving the economy?
Yeah. See, so Ahmedabad, of course, as you said, real estate has played a very important part. It is one of the highest employment generators, not just in Ahmedabad, but in India. But if we talk about Ahmedabad is in a very unique situation where we have the best of everything. So we have a very good textile market. Of course, that is, as you said, Ahmedabad was Manchester of the East, So textiles has always been, at the center of whatever Ahmedabad has done, and, the growth we have had. Then slowly manufacturing, that Ahmedabad, in and around Ahmedabad, there's a lot of manufacturing happening, a lot of companies, if you say automobile is one, if we are talking about hardware products, there's a lot of manufacturing is also happening. And pharmaceuticals, again, that's a big industry, which Ahmedabad also, there's a lot of people who are in this industry from our city, chemicals. So, Ahmedabad has a good mix where we are catering, as a real estate developer, I have so many clients, and I can cater to so many people. Financial hub also, we have, that Gujarati blood is there. a lot of investment companies, finance companies. So we have a very good mix of everything. Also, Ahmedabad has a very rich heritage of good educational institutes.
Excellent.
You know, IIM is there,
IIM.
MICA is there. Yeah, I studied from HL. HL is also one of the legacy colleges. You know, Ahmedabad University now is doing great. So we have, of course, we have industry, we have businesses, we have manufacturing. We also have education that is churning people out to cater to these, industries. So we are in a very good situation that way, and that's why the city has grown.
Excellent. Yeah. Very, very, very good way of putting it. So I think the one is your employment generation, economic generation, and another most important thing for real estate growth is the infrastructure.
Correct.
So, depend what are the current and future infrastructure? What do you think in last 10 years? What kind of infrastructure you have seen, which has made a huge difference in real estate growth in Ahmedabad, and what is the future of future infrastructure coming in Ahmedabad?
Yeah, so I just want to add one line to what Karan Bhai has said, that there is not single dominance of any specific industry. So Ahmedabad's dependency is not on any specific sectors, pharma, IT, anything.
Excellent.
So if you take IT out of Bangalore, then Bangalore might have big trouble. But
True.
then Ahmedabad luckily has been blessed by multiple businesses, and the internal entrepreneurial things are also adding value, and lessening the dependency on specific sector. That's one good thing. Yes, infrastructure wise, if we talk, then BRTS and metro is yet to be operational, but BRTS, Sabarmati riverfront, these are the bigger changes. Even the flyovers, and government is quite pro. Like even before the challenges of traffic or anything comes, they have started widening. They've done the provision of wider roads, and already started creating bridges and infrastructure wise. A smaller town connectivity in Ahmedabad and even in Gujarat. So we are blessed with Modi sir. Like he is now PM, but since last 20 years, what infra he has created in taken it to the self-sustained level in Ahmedabad per se is very good. So connectivity and all those things are adding value. DMIC corridor. These are all things which are very big in sizes and will take its own sweet time, just like Gift City has its because the scales are so high that challenges will definitely come. But then yes, this will add in long run the value in real estate and overall development of the city.
Excellent. We also started Ahmedabad office in 2008 or 2009. If I remember, विवेक, तभी मुझे मालूम है कि मैं खुद अपनी ऑफिस के लिए भी जहाँ पे जाता था तो nobody was available during the between 1 and 4. Brokers were not responding. और डेवलपर के पास जाता था तो डेवलपर बोलते थे हमको ब्रोकर की जरूरत नहीं है, because people can know each other, और उनका जितना भी बिल्डिंग बनाते थे वो बिक जाता था, because there was no inventory, there was no big development coming in Ahmedabad. So, Abhi, Vivek, when I see the way Ahmedabad has developed in the last 12-13 years, what do you think? How many brokers must be there in Ahmedabad? And how would you look at broker from 10 years before and now? What kind of changes you have seen in brokerage business in Ahmedabad?
So, if I say ARA is an organization, Ahmedabad Realtors Association, which is associated with NAR. So if I see that there are registered 160 odd brokers with ARA, and the number I am saying are these are registered brokers with ARA, but number of brokers, if I say, should be more than 800 to 1000 plus brokers working of like with registration or without registration, and all are giving I think best of services to their clients. So one of those things is there are 1000 plus brokers in Ahmedabad. And the second thing, what has changed, like from the brokers who were we can see Karan, he's a second, he's a young developer who has just started his work, and we all are here to give best of services to our clients, best of products to our clients. Similarly, brokers want to give best of knowledge and best of information to their clients. In the past, I think the brokers were working, the developers were also working, but the passing of information, the method of passing the information has changed. The usage of social media, usage of WhatsApp, giving information on the WhatsApp, or people working, like people who want to buy a property. sitting in US now can buy a property in Ahmedabad. So I think social media has played a great role, and all the brokers are using that method to their advantage. So I think we are all getting tech savvy, and COVID has taught us the lesson that technology, there is no other option to technology.
Great. I think as per RERA record in Gujarat, so there are around 1,878 brokers are registered in Ahmedabad. As per data, Dipen sent me today a message. But I believe there are more brokers. Vivek, what you are talking about is with office and organized way of doing business. But according to me, in India, there are more than 1 million brokers who are working in this industry. And out of which, all over India, I have seen there are not more than 55,000 brokers are RERA registered in all the states.
Oh.
So there are hardly, we are 10%, not even 10%, 5% brokers are registered in RERA. So that is how this thought came in my mind to start this broker ki Paathshala.
Yes.
So there are different kind of brokers in the industry. So that's how my next question will come to Karan. That आपने अभी 10 साल काम किया, you have completed one project, you are starting another 2 projects. तो आपके पास अलग-अलग प्रकार के ब्रोकर का इंटरेक्शन हुआ होगा.
Correct.
Would you like to share what kind of brokers you have met up till now? So how would you define those brokers?
Yeah. So see, when we started in real estate, we didn't know anybody. Nobody knew us. And we started with a luxury project. So, when you're selling luxury project, you need to be known. People would want to know what they're buying and where they're buying from. We had nothing to show, no track record, no history, nothing. So one thing we thought was that if I spend, lakhs of rupees putting billboards up, putting ads in the newspaper, how much is that going to help? So we thought that. The second option was, having good relationships with channel partners, because see, end of the day, there's a human aspect involved. Like how when I met Vivek, so Vivek gets to know what kind of person I am. I get to know what kind of person Vivek is. So we can judge, okay, कि हाँ, Karan bhai hai, इस तरह का आदमी है, इस तरह का काम करेगा. So that confidence can be instilled by Vivek to his client. Same. So that is one thing that we said, okay, we don't want to spend any money in advertising. We still don't. We don't do any ads, and we're very proud about it. Koi ad nahi, kuch nahi. But channel partners are, our pillar. That is where 70% of the sale we have done has come from. That is 70 to 75% of the sale is through channel partners. And that way, when we, as you said, different types of channel partners. So I've had the pleasure of dealing with almost everybody because, now, as I said, nobody knew us. So we made the effort of calling everybody to the office, meeting everyone, getting to know them getting to know us. So I have seen that range. But what remains common, between everybody on all scales is that everybody does work in their own way, in a different way. Everybody is, the interest for everybody is the same. Client should get the best thing. And for developers also, the interest is, कि भाई माल बिकना चाहिए. So everybody has played their part. So we've been very fortunate. We have 1,200 brokers, 1,200 channel partners who are in our database. We, of course, cannot work with everybody, but yeah, that is who we share our information to, So, and it's going to be a big part of our selling strategy in the years to come also. We will not want to sell, through ads. We don't want to do all of that. Channel partners is what, we want to go through.
Super, yeah, Karan, I think this is a great insight to, our older generation developer who always used to, think, broker is not a good person to connect with,
Yeah. So I actually have to credit my dad for this, because he has been in the service industry. As I said, he's from the travel industry.
Correct.
So there he was a travel agent, right?
Yeah.
So the agent, what he does is, he is again the middleman between the client and the company.
Correct.
So, so he was always in the service business. So he knows the power that comes with a service agent.
Excellent.
Power of selling, of course, but then there is so much else also, like after sales service, service to both. Like in our case, we can say there is service for the developer and the client. So the channel partner, he is very, 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 very critical when it comes to any real estate transaction.
See, I always, tell these things to developer, explain them. See how channel partner can be a great asset for you. You said
Yeah.
correctly. Now you've got a 1200 brokers data in your database, correct? So this is the only industry where brokers are promoting your product without taking any charges.
Exactly.
And they are a brand. So you've got 1200 brand ambassadors in Ahmedabad, boss, who are talking day in and day out.
Exactly.
They will
Yeah.
your product on their website, in their office, brochure laga hai and they are talking about you. I
Exactly.
think you have done the right thing, Karan. I think this is
Correct.
the biggest asset for your organization. And
Correct.
instead of, one thing I came to know few days back, we were talking about social media. कि किसी ने मुझे बताया कि एप्पल हम लोग बोलते हैं कि अगर आपका वेबसाइट नहीं है, आप सोशल मीडिया पे नहीं है, तो यू आर आउट ऑफ द मार्केट. Especially for the manufacturer's perspective, for developer's perspective, I am telling you.
Yeah.
किसी ने बताया कि एप्पल का कोई इंस्टा पेज नहीं है, कोई फेसबुक पेज नहीं है. I was surprised because उसका प्रोडक्ट ही इतना जबरदस्त है ना, तो people are talking about that.
Exactly.
You create something where brokers, customer will talk about your product. You don't require
Correct.
to give advertisement in the market.
Correct.
Wonderful, yeah. Thank you for that wonderful insight, and I'm
Yeah.
sure all the brokers who are listening to this will be very happy. And those developers who will listen to this will get
Yeah.
encouraged and inspired by your insight that they should
Correct.
also work on the same pattern.
Yeah.
Different, जैसा मैंने कहा, there are thousands of brokers in Gujarat, especially in Ahmedabad. According to me, not less than 10,000 brokers in Ahmedabad. But their working style is different. The way they are working, their operating is different. So, अगर हमको किसको professional broker बोलना है, depends. How do you define the professional broker? किसको professional broker बनना है, तो क्या होना चाहिए उसके?
So the attire, the approach, understanding and about the backgrounds of the client, understanding the need and then giving the product, not the product that you have. ये सब चीज का एक प्रोफेशनल अप्रोच हो सकता है. सेकेंडली जैसे कमर्शियल में इफ आई टॉक लाइक वी आर मेनली इनटू कमर्शियल, तो आप शोरूम दिखाने जाते हो ब्रांड्स को, फिर वो बोलेगा क्या हाइट है, तो आप बोलोगे अप्रॉक्स इतना, उससे जगह कि लाइक वी यूज अ मशीन एंड जस्ट स्ट्रेट अवे विद द लेजर लाइट विद इन 2 seconds we say that precisely it is 10.8. then the client goes happy. So these are the small things which add value, doesn't cost you much, but then either you learn it from the experience or the exposure. So these are small things you need to keep improve upon, and you need to get yourself trained. Networking is the key. You need to understand the recent development, IT policy, government kya kar rahi hai. The knowledge and skill both should go hand in hand.
Excellent. Vivek, as a broker, you must have interacted with so many developers in Ahmedabad. So roughly, what do you think, how many developers are there in Ahmedabad, and how would you define a developer as a professional developer? What do you, as a broker, what do you expect from a developer? What kind of minimum thing? How would you say, this is a professional developer? What is your definition of professional developer?
I think there must be more. Again, the number I can't say, as the number I say keeps up coming wrong. So
there is nothing wrong or right. See,
but
मैं हमेशा जिंदगी में बोलता हूँ, number has no validity. आज आप कुछ बोलेंगे, कल चेंज हो जाएगा, तो वो अपने को ध्यान में रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. But roughly, approx
150 plus 200 plus there may be, because everyone wants to be a developer and everyone wants to be a real estate consultant after COVID.
Yes.
So I think the picture has changed, but there are lots of developers. And as for me, like a professional consultant, a professional developer is a person who has a knowledge of the product.
Correct.
The product what he is selling, he should first be able to understand what he is selling, and then invite us and explain us what he is going to sell, so that we are the link between a developer and a buyer. So if we are able to understand what he is making it and what we are going to sell, then we can always get him a better price, and we can help the customer get a better property. So for me, a person who knows about real estate, what he is going to build, what are the laws, what is going to be the construction quality, what are the information he is passing in the brochures. Like Dipen said, that everything should be perfect. Like a square feet mentioned, like it's 100,000 square feet or something like that. It should be perfectly mentioned in the brochure. Like it should not be FSR square feet. And the talks, when we go to meet a developer, you should explain the client also why the price is different from what the other developer is selling. So I think if the developer is clear about what he is giving, and I think that is considered to be a professional developer. And I think one thing is more important, a professional developer is a that developer who also gives service after sales.
Wow.
Because that is the most important thing in our field, because a home is sold on paper. Like if we go on a pre-launch phase, the people see on paper and then buy it.
Correct.
Like we go and buy, if we go to a supermarket or we go to a mall and we buy a t-shirt, we try it for 5 times and then buy a 1,000 rupee t-shirt. But this, we are buying for a 50 lakh, 5 crore property. So we are buying it on a paper. So I think a professional developer is that developer, and a professional broker is also that broker who gives after sales services. If after selling a client comes to me or Karan and says there is an issue in this apartment, Karan or me both are responsible to solve that issue.
Excellent.
So for me, a professional broker and professional developer is a person who gives best of services to their client and is always thinking about the clients only.
Very good. Excellent. Very well said. Karan, when you're the first generation developer, so I'm sure initially it would have been very, very challenging for you to, whom to go and ask about some ideas and help being a new developer and being a young. So, how difficult it was for you to approach another developer or go and see, if the first project which you did in that location, there must be another 10, 15 developers who are developing, correct?
Correct.
So, how did you approach those developers, what they are making?
Correct.
Ask them some questions, or did you join some developer association?
Yeah.
It's a great way to connect with the association so that you're part of the organization and people, come and network and understand each other. So how was that journey for you, and what kind of learning you got out of that?
Yeah, so as I said, we were very lucky when we started this business. A lot of the developers from Ahmedabad, they were traveling abroad through my dad's office.
Wow.
So we knew many of them. And that's how, we said, okay, if we start this someday, we will have help. And people in Ahmedabad are very nice, very helpful. At that point of time, when we were looking for any agencies, there's that firstly, in our mind, we were very clear that we want to only work with the best agencies. We want to only target the best location. So that was my thought process. Now, to support me and my thought process, I was very lucky that the other developers of the city, they held our hand. They supported us, told us, okay, this architect is good, this agency is good, this contractor is good. If you want to buy something, this is where you buy it from. So that support, that hand holding was tremendous, and I cannot thank, everyone who helped us in our journey enough, because, today where we are is all thanks to their support. So, Ahmedabad, okay, everybody is competing with everybody, sure. Everybody is in the same market, sure. But everybody is very helpful, very kind to each other. We have a Guy Head Kadai is the body that, all developers are part of.
Correct.
And, even in Guy Head, when you go there, it's like a one big family.
Yes.
So, the interest for everybody is that the city should grow, not that I should grow, you should grow. No, it should how we should, as a, body of developers of the city, grow together, and how we can add value to the city. So that is what the main objective for everyone is.
Super. And the purpose of this, theme, cityscape, is that if you want to grow in your life, first you have a sense of belonging of your city.
Correct.
You should have that, the proud feeling about your city. And the moment you talk about your city first, how you can help your city to grow in different directions. Your growth is there,
Exactly.
First, we have to talk about city, and then only we will come back. So it's a wonderful thought, I think. Dipen, in last 10 years, last decade was a very, very challenging decade for everyone in real estate, especially across the country. There are a lot of challenges. 3-4 important things came during this decade was demonetization, GST, and then RERA, and then COVID. So, how would you define Ahmedabad in last 10, 12 years? What kind of transformation you have seen, even in this challenging time? And what good happened because of this 4 thing, which came to practice in real estate?
Yeah, so just adding or correcting Vivek's number, Gayat Creda is having 1200 plus members. Vivek, you have 10 times more opportunity.
Thank you. As I said, I'm always bad
No,
on
no
numbers.
worries.
So
That's why I'm just,
We all are learning every day. Only thing is your aptitude to that should be positive. Good.
yeah. But yes, so we have seen so many issues: demonetization, GST, RERA. I would say that RERA specifically, then Ahmedabad is a market which doesn't need much of a RERA thing, because most of the developers were quite compliant, quite ethical, quite transparent. So the specific purpose of RERA was already solved in Ahmedabad market. But definitely earlier it used to be a story कि भी ये developer का ये project हो रहा है, that's it. Now the things are coming कि इसका structural consultant ये है, architect ये है, HVAC या VRV का electric, plumbing, so many detailings have come. हम ये वाली lift लगाएंगे, ये quality इतने second में इतनी fast जाएगी. So these are the product specific detailing which developers are sharing right now on the very ground level. And even the customers are also now smart enough, or like knowledge or awareness has improved a lot because of maybe the foreign travel exposure or the social media. But then exposure has changed a lot. The customer is quite quite knowledgeable, and the generation of decision making has already changed. रेजिडेंशियल में पहले चलता था कि इतने रुपए में मिलता है, आज चलता कि ये इम्यूनिटी चाहिए. Based on it, the choice on preferences of clients have also changed. Even the developers have taken the pain of bringing outside, the world best architects. Like we have an architect from Singapore who is designing a corporate building, because now the scale also have gone high. Earlier used to be the size of a building. We used to be 1.5 lakh square feet. Now we are talking about 5 lakh, 10 lakh square feet of single tower. So that requires international standards, and which developers are trying. See, Shapurji Palonji first time is doing a commercial project in Ahmedabad. So these are the things which has happened best in terms of developers' professional approach to the product.
Excellent. Vivek, as you said, you are into industry for last 10 years. 10 साल में आपने ये जो चेंजेस आए, चाहे वो डिमोनेटाइजेशन हो, रेरा हो, जीएसटी हो, ब्रोकिंग इंडस्ट्री में आपने 10 साल पहले कोई ब्रोकर को देखा, अपने आप को आप देखो, आपके अंदर 10 साल के अंदर ब्रोकर्स में कितना फर्क है. और आपने जैसे एआरए के बारे में बताया, यू आर ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ एआरए, अहमदाबाद, और जो एनआर इंडिया से जुड़ा है. तो किसी भी ब्रोकर के लिए, जो ब्रोकर ये प्रोग्राम देखेंगे और देख रहे हैं, जो ऐसे कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कनेक्टेड नहीं है, जैसे करण ने क्रेडाई ज्वाइन किया तो उसके लिए बहुत इजी हो गया कि एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे इतने सारे लोगों को मिलना, आपके दरवाजे बहुत सारे खुल गए. आप दूसरे की अच्छाई देख के आपको अच्छा बनने की अंदर से तमन्ना होती है. तो ऐसा क्या देखा आपने लास्ट 10 साल के अंदर, कैसी रही ब्रोकर्स की ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन?
तो ऐसे बोलते हैं कि जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया 2010 में मैंने स्टार्टेड, so the broking market, the scale was not that big, as Dipen said. The scale has gone up like anything. Like it was like lakh square feet, now it goes to 5 lakh, 10 lakh square feet. So earning opportunity from 2010 and till now has gone up by a big number. So first of all, it's a big business and it's a good opportunity for people who are not into this business to come into this business and do this business. So another thing that has happened, as again I said, is a technology. We used to sell in Ahmedabad only, like Karan used to make a building and we will be able to sell to people in Ahmedabad or maybe surroundings of Rajkot or Surat or Baroda or small towns around there. Now we are also selling to people who are in Dubai, London, US. And so the change we are seeing is that developers are making good properties and we are able to sell them to all kind of people around the world. So the growth has been exponential. Another thing you are talking about is ARA. ARA is, I think, the best possible thing that has happened to Ahmedabad, because that is a place where we can network with good consultants. Like me, Dipen, and another one of our partners are doing two, 3 projects together. We are selling together. We are going as a team. We are showing our strength, and that has only happened because of ARA. So ARA gives an opportunity for one to do networking. Another, we get to learn from each other. Like Dipen is good in commercial. So this gives me opportunity. When I talk to him, I have any issues for commercial, I give him a call and he helps me. So meeting people is always going to increase your knowledge. And the best advantage is now the associations are negotiating with the builders. As the scale has gone up, they also need consultants, and they are negotiating on the brokerages, like brokerage ladders. So if you are a member of ARA, you get an advantage of becoming a partner with the builder and get good amount of brokerage or good amount of percentage. So that helps being member of ARA.
वंडरफुल आई थिंक करण पहले ऐसा था कि अभी भी मतलब रियल एस्टेट को पहले इंडस्ट्री का दर्जा नहीं मिला था गवर्नमेंट वाज नॉट हेल्पिंग नोबडी वाज फंडिंग रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर उस जमाने में मुझे मालूम है कैश ट्रांजैक्शन ज्यादा होते थे डेवलपर भी वही बनते थे जिनके पास दूसरा कुछ काम नहीं है वो 2 नंबर के लोग मतलब सोसाइटी वाज नॉट लुकिंग एट डेवलपर एंड ब्रोकर एज अ गुड सिटीजन तो they were contributing those time also, but only thing was कि वो पेपर पे नहीं आ रहा था. इंडस्ट्री कितनी बड़ी है किसी को मालूम नहीं था.
Correct.
आज मैं यकीन के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि आप रियल एस्टेट की जो टॉप 12-13 जो कंपनी है लिस्टेड कंपनी है आप उनका टर्नओवर देख लो और चाहे आप दूसरी कोई भी इंडस्ट्री उठा लो चाहे ज्वेलरी हो ऑटोमोबाइल हो टेलीकम्युनिकेशन हो वो सबसे रियल एस्टेट आगे है एंड दे आर द बिगेस्ट एम्प्लॉयमेंट
करेक्ट.
अब हम धीरे धीरे उस रिस्पेक्ट की तरफ जा रहे हैं और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब तक वो कॉर्पोरेटाइजेशन नहीं हुआ प्रोसेस तब तक कोई टाटा हो या गोदरेज हो या एल&टी हो ये लोग ने एंटर नहीं कर रहे थे बिकॉज दे वर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस इंडस्ट्री.
करेक्ट.
नाउ वी आर स्लोली कमिंग ऑन पेपर आज डेवलपर को बहुत सारी बैंक्स फंड्स आ रहे हैं दे वांट टू फंड डेवलपर बिकॉज रेरा आ गया ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ रही है आगे चल के शायद टाइटल इंश्योरेंस भी आ रहा है समझो इफ दैट हैपेंस ऑल एनआरआई कस्टमर फंड मैनेजर दे विल बी वेरी हैप्पी टू इन्वेस्ट इन रियल एस्टेट रीड सेल्स कम that is the future. So as a developer how do you see this the world of collaboration Vivek ne kaha na this is the world of collaboration.
Correct.
So how do you differentiate between a broker who is not a part of ARA or any other broker association that maybe 2 or 3 associations like that in Ahmedabad. So as a developer, how would you differentiate these two entities?
See, for me, I'll be very honest. For me, everybody, I try to keep it as equal as possible. For me, everybody is, I love everybody equally, I can say.
Excellent.
It's like if you're a parent, you have 4 kids, 2 have done an MBA, 2 haven't, but you will still love all of them equally, right?
I love it.
So for me, of course, you have to love. I love everybody equally, but yeah, when critical decisions have to be made, like when I'm planning a project, when the first plan is out, I will show it to the ones I trust the most. People like how Vivek's, we are working on something right now, and I shared it with Vivek. I got his input on it, and he said, okay, you know what, it will be better if you add a lift for the retail section.
True.
Which I thought was a fantastic input. So at that stage, I told my architect, okay, you know what, we need to put a lift here. So that is something that added value to me when the project started. So this is where I know, okay, when I need something, I know who to call, whose advice I can trust, who I can bank on, who I know will give me the right advice. So that is where that differentiation comes in. Being part of course, a body like ARA, like how Vivek is, Dipen Bhai is, as you said, you interact with so many people, you have the overall understanding from somebody who is of that body of the whole market is much greater.
Yes.
Because you are more aware. कि आज क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है because today as one person I cannot learn everything, I cannot be everywhere, but when you're part of a body, their information is your information, their knowledge is your knowledge, and that body is your strength. So of course that advantage is tremendous.
Excellent. Very true. Depend in terms of pricing and the appreciation. What kind of appreciation Ahmedabad city has given in real estate maybe in last 10-15 years? How would you say that?
So on a lighter note, if I have to say, I would say कि एक super built-up बड़ा है और दूसरा plus बड़ा है. Package, I think Karan would relate it well. But yes, on a sincere note, yes, definitely we have seen in 10 years, we have seen at least twice to thrice the prices have risen in terms of appreciation and also the rental income as well. But because of the FSI and the quantum of inventory that had come up, we were facing a little demand, demand supply gap, basically. I'm talking about the commercial properties.
Yeah.
But thanks to COVID, that things are now neutralized because new projects have not yet come up. And old absorption have happened in last 1 year post-COVID, post-second wave, absorption is quite good. So things are in balance now. And probably I would say this is again the right time to launch a commercial because 2 years down the line, we might see the reverse scenario and the prices might shoot up. Yeah, that's how I foresee.
तो जब मैं स्कूल कॉलेज में था तभी अहमदाबाद के लिए कमर्शियल हब था सीजी रोड, correct, and then Ashram Road. I think these two roads were very, very famous. And then of course Relief Road was close to station. So which are the best location if somebody want to invest in real estate commercial? Depend.
Yeah.
Which are the best location or prices? वहाँ पे क्या है? 1, 2, and 3 number. In both in commercial and retail both.
Yeah, so as you said, pehle Relief Road, Ashram Road, CG Road. So city for Ahmedabad is growing from east to west. The development is always towards west. Then came the SG Highway. CG Road had a legacy of say 20-25 years. SG Road took 10-15 years. Prahlad Nagar took 5 years. Ring Road has not taken even 5 years. And we are seeing tremendous development in this part of the city. But still, if someone wants to invest, ISKCON Ambli is the CBD because of the public transport connectivity of BRTS and wherever metro and BRTS are there. So public transport, because we will see in future the issues with traffic and connectivity will be the great game changer, especially in the office market, which is 80%. Coming to 20% of retail, अभी तक का सभी बोझ उस पे ही था बिकॉज डेवलपर्स सोचते थे कि प्री लॉन्च में ग्राउंड फ्लोर से क्या आ रहा है, सो शोरूम्स के बेसिस पे पूरा बिल्डिंग बनता था एंड ऑफिस वर नॉट सो वर हैविंग वेरी फ्रैक्शनल मार्जिनल रोल टू प्ले. But in time to come, because of the startups and advent of all those things, earlier offices used to be the cost center. Now offices have become a revenue center and things are going online. I'm not saying that retail will be in trouble, but then the ratio would be a little different than what it was earlier. So offices will also get equal importance. Also entry of this co-working and all those things, things will be little different than what we have seen things so far. I think from a developer perspective, if I talk, then the product should be competent enough, irrespective of COVID or for that matter, anything comes. It shouldn't be dependent on the specific trend which is going on. Like earlier, it was trend of commercial. Then, irrespective of any road size, width, layout, only the commercial buildings were 80% commercials were coming. Same is the scenario with high-end residential right now. But if the product is shock-proof or little different, say for example, co-living, senior citizen living, studio apartment, there are so many different products which could come up in Ahmedabad market, because now we are, say, Dubai in making. Someone has given the name of Billionaire Street, someone says Manhattan. So if that's the real story, then yes, the product should also change accordingly.
Excellent, very good. Vivek, you are more into land and residential.
Yeah.
So which are the pockets which are prime in terms of residential? Both post-COVID, we have also seen, and most of the cities are getting traction for luxury segment. A lot of people have chosen to go a little far away with plot development, with a golf course and all amenities, so that if third wave or fourth wave come, they can go and enjoy life sitting at home and doing job online. So which are those locations and what kind of pricing are there in Ahmedabad now?
So right now, the premium location, if you call South Bombay of Ahmedabad, is ISKCON Ambli Road.
ISKCON Ambli Road, okay.
Yeah, ISKCON Ambli Road is the road where everyone wants to move. So that is the road where most of the high-end apartment schemes are coming. And it is a road where sizes from for 4,000-5,000 square feet to 10 to 15,000 square feet apartments
Wow.
are being made. And
Please come
this,
again, come again. Let everyone know that in Ahmedabad, apartment size is from 4,500 square feet to 15,000 square feet.
15,000 square feet. The 15,000 square feet are the penthouse I'm talking about. But if you see a floor plate, then developers are making a floor plate of 8,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet of apartments. This is, I'm talking about the super built up sizes.
Oh, okay. So still after RERA, you have super builder continues?
Old habits.
That
Old habits die hard.
But then it's very important, as a broker, we should always promote, because that will give more, in Mumbai, nobody is allowed to write in advertisement also.
Correct.
it's, we also don't mention on advertisement, but to match the prices, because people are not ready to give. If we say the square feet is 4,000 carpet and the rate is 12,000 per square feet, people are not able to absorb that price.
So what we have done in Mumbai is we have make it a packet, This is the box price. This is your flat of this carpet area, and this is all inclusive price. Usme stamp duty, registration, GST, society, parking, everything is come.
Ahmedabad people
तो
are
गुजराती आदमी है ना, वो कैलकुलेशन कर लेगा, वही आपको बताएगा इतना सुपर बिल्डर इतना था ना.
But so still people are slowly it will change. But I'm talking about the sizes which are super built up, but the carpet would be around starting from 2,000 square feet to 12,000 square feet, depending on the project to project. But
what
that
kind
is
of
the
price in that ISKCON Amli Road? Pricing
Yes. So again the prices will be on the super built up. So
fine, no problem.
Starting range from any high-end apartment will be 7,500 rupees. It will go to 12,000 rupees per square feet
On super builder.
on the super built up.
Wow, so that will come almost 18 to 19,000 rupees on carpet.
Yes, and there will be the plus expenses, which have also, as Dipen said, that has been that has increased a lot, which was earlier 400, 500. I think Karan, when he kept his first scheme, it was like 400, 500 rupees. Now it has gone to 1,100 to 1,200 rupees.
On super builder.
On the super builder.
All the brokers who are right now live from Borivali, Kandivali, now you cannot tell people to sell your Borivali flat and get 4-bedroom apartment in Ahmedabad. Please don't. Please check before telling anyone.
Yeah, so that the Ahmedabad skyline is changing because of ISKCON Amli Road. The apartments are from 20-story. Now they are talking about 40-story apartments, and office buildings are coming around ISKCON Amli Road and SG Highway. So that will change the skyline of Ahmedabad. If you come after 4 years, you will feel you are in New York or something. So,
As it is, I think few years back I was in Ahmedabad on SG Highway on 31st of December. और मैंने जितने वहाँ पे 4 बंगड़ी और मर्सिडीज और वो देखी ना, मुझे लगता है बोरीवली और अंधेरी के बीच में इतनी गाड़ी मुझे नहीं दिखती. That is the power of Ahmedabad.
yes.
So coming back to Karan, we have seen Godrej Garden City, we have seen Adani Santigram.
Yeah.
Township coming, and there are segment standalone building.
Correct.
So in terms of planning and FSI, can you share some ideas कि वहाँ पे क्या system है? Bombay की comparison में, every state has a different FSI rule.
Correct.
अगर कोई township में जाता है तो उनको क्या benefit मिलता है, कितना FSI मिलता है, या certain roads के ऊपर, तो can you share something about that?
Yeah, sure. So Ahmedabad, we have had a very good advantage of the city being very well planned. When we were a small city, new TP started opening up, new roads started going out. So the city could be planned very systematically. And, the corporation has been very, how can I put it? They've been very systematic when it comes to distributing FSI. So, suppose if we are in a commercial zone, so 2.7 is what we used to get. Now they're pushing it up to 4. If the road is wide, if it's, and the plot size is of a certain size, over 2,000 something square yards, so they'll give you up till 5.4 and high-rise permission as well. So, that way we have been able to control the population density of the city. So the density is maintained in a symmetrical manner throughout the city. So the distribution is not like in Bombay, where probably in Malad it'll be very stuffed. But as you go south, the population starts decreasing. तो यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है. यहाँ पे कैसा है कि where they feel okay, the area is dense, they will try and control the FSI like that. They'll start opening new TPs next to such areas so the population can shift. We have a very good affordable zone also, where affordable apartments come, which typically the ticket size is 50 lakh rupees. And a lot of people have moved to those areas now because it's very affordable. The whole area is like that. Any building you pick is going to be the same design, 10, 15 square feet here or there. But, so we have had this advantage where the city has been planned very systematically.
And if I may ask, the extended question is, what kind of cost and the timeline for the approval of the project? Suppose if I want to make a 20-story building,
Correct.
तो वहाँ पे कितना प्लॉट साइज का एरिया होगा और क्या एफएसआई मिलेगी मुझे? रेगुलर जो आपका 60-90 फीट जो रोड रहेगा, और उसके अप्रूवल के लिए मुझे पर स्क्वायर फीट कितना खर्चा लगेगा?
Correct. See, so, as you said, जो FSI की बात कर रहे हैं, so there are 3 zones here, R1, R2 and R3. R1 is generally, mostly commercial, 2.7 that. R2 is 1.8 plus 0.6. What depends is if you're close to the metro or the, BRTS, you get additional FSI.
Okay.
So you can go up till 4. If the plot size is bigger than, I think, 2,500 or 2,800 square feet, you can go up till 5 point something. So where your plot is located, in which zone, that plays a big part. Secondly, if it's close to the metro or the BRTS, that plays a big part as well. And if you're talking about the approvals, there's that. So Ahmedabad, it's pretty much straightforward. What I've heard of the situation in Bombay, यहाँ पे इतना time नहीं लगता approvals में. It does take time, but it's not a very lengthy, tedious process that you feel that you're stuck. So that way, I think Ahmedabad is quite good. Even right now, also, I think slowly, like before, we had the property expo last month. So before that, the Developers Association appealed to the Chief Minister that जो भी approval में है, वो property expo के पहले आप approval दे दे. So they fast tracked it, gave approval to all those projects as well. And that happened in a period of 15 days.
Oh,
so, yeah. So that way, Ahmedabad, I feel working in Ahmedabad as a developer, it's quite an advantageous thing. The systems are quite nice. And, that headache, like what I feel in Bombay or, where it takes time, for whatever reasons it does, that doesn't happen here as much.
Yeah, but post even Bombay now, most of the approvals are online now.
Correct.
Mumbai is now getting very, very organized. Even the timeline, you don't have to go, you have to submit all the plans and everything is online.
Online, yeah.
As per, guidelines,
Correct.
within stipulated time, they have to send the communication if there is any challenge. Otherwise, they have to approve within 1 month.
Correct. Yeah, I think that way the corporations, the government, they've done a fantastic job, because they realize that now the stakes are very high. The project sizes have increased. The costs of land that, developers are holding have gone up also tremendously. So the delay cannot be there. The lag cannot be there. So that starts with the government, with the corporation, and they've done a fantastic job.
Excellent. And what kind of cost per square feet? If I want to make, say, 20-story building of, say, 50,000 square feet building.
Yeah.
So there must be some TDR, as you said, the basic FSI is 1.8 and 0.6.
Correct.
This 0.6 has to be taken from corporation
or
from the government market.
Yeah, no, so it can be taken, so that 0.6 in R2 has to be taken from the government. You can take it from the corporation at 40% of the ready reckoner, the Jantri value.
Correct.
So, it depends completely where the project is, and what the ready reckoner rates are over there.
Okay. But roughly per square feet, if you compare with the total cost, suppose if you're selling a flat at 9,000 rupees per square feet,
correct.
Those kind of location and the product, how much will be the construction cost? Approval cost?
Approval cost, it purely depends. It can go anywhere from 200 to 800 rupees a square foot.
Minimum 200 to 800 rupees.
Yeah.
Excellent. Because in Mumbai, we have premium and everything is very, very high. Thanks to the government, during the COVID, they came out with, because it was unbearable. And that is the reason market also went down.
Correct.
In city like, and the problem was that these approvals are almost same everywhere, where you are selling a flat at 10,000 rupees and 40,000 rupees. The cost of the approval is same, and that is very, very challenging sometimes.
Correct.
Great. So, Dipen, looking at the growth, kind of growth we have seen in Ahmedabad in last 10-15 years, Vivek is talking about somebody is coming out with 40-story building now. So what will be the lifestyle, जो तुमने बचपन में देखी थी अहमदाबाद की lifestyle, the quality of living. So is there a threat to that?
So definitely, it will improve. Aspirational values, aspirational things are there because the generation has already changed. Secondly, because of work from home, we are seeing migration from bigger cities like Pune, Bangalore. Because now, if there's a permanent work from home for a big companies, then people who have come from Rajkot or Saurashtra, they may not go back to their own cities because they have enjoyed the lifestyle of Bangalore, Pune, Bombay.
So,
So, but definitely they'll be happy-go-lucky staying in Ahmedabad. We have seen so many migration, so that will add definitely good demand to the residential market. And also, malls like Phoenix is coming up, which should be operational by next March. So definitely, next level of brands will come. And Alpha, the Ahmedabad one mall got sold, and Blackstone has taken over, and they've come up with a phase 2. So
oh,
high-end retail category is also, luxury segment is also enjoying, because whatever you used to have in abroad, you are getting it here. So probably that will definitely add value to Ahmedabad shopping and the aspirational luxury lifestyle. Even the apartment quality and the size of the apartments are such that, if someone is paying this much of amount, and even in commercial segment, like Vivek said, one of the finest developer is has last week launched 41-story commercial building. So these are the things which will change the aspects of Ahmedabad real estate.
great. Friends, if you have any question, I'm really enjoying this interaction. बात करते ही जाऊं. If you have any question, you can please put it in the chat box. Once I complete my conversation, we will take those questions also. So, Vivek, in residential segment, आपके पास जो clients आ रहे हैं आज, it is not that खाली अहमदाबाद के लोग खरीद रहे. टेक्नोलॉजी जैसे आपने कहा कि वर्ल्ड ओवर से लोग अहमदाबाद को, अहमदाबाद is very very attractive city in Gujarat as far as the real estate is concerned. So, suppose if there are investors outside Ahmedabad, what will be your suggestion that where they should invest in Ahmedabad, what kind of property, and what kind of return you can expect in another 5 years down the line? And अभी तक जो आपने काम किया 10 साल में रेसिडेंस सेगमेंट में, आपके पास कस्टमर कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? This is why I'm asking this question. There may be brokers in different cities. कोई नासिक से ब्रोकर सुन रहा है आपको, कोई हैदराबाद से सुन रहा है, और आप जब उनको बोलेंगे कि भाई यहाँ से भी लोग अहमदाबाद में खरीद रहे हैं, maybe they can connect with their client and talk about Ahmedabad and connect with you to have some good investment in Ahmedabad.
Okay. So your first question was, can you, because there are 2-3 questions, so if you can.
So किसी को अगर अहमदाबाद में इन्वेस्ट करना है बाहर के लोगों को, तो where they should invest, in what segment, and what kind of return they can expect in another 4-5 years down the line?
So let's say since after COVID, the people who have made money has been into investment, it was into land. So you were talking about those bangdi wali gaadi and all. So most of the people have made money in last 5 years because of buying land at right locations of Ahmedabad and then making good projects. So now I was coming to that only, that weekend home is a good investment, but the horizon should be in a mind of 5 to 7 years. Like if you want to make money in weekend homes, your investment timeline should be minimum of 5 to 7 years. So because the weekend homes, like in past, they used to only sell a plot and that's it. And after a few years, when you go there, you won't find anything over there. But now the developers are also being creative. The weekend homes are being with the golf course. Weekend homes are being with a canal with a boat. Weekend homes are with brooks. So if you have a longer horizon, always invest in land, because land will give you great returns. If you have a horizon of 2-3 years, retail like investments in commercial shops, ground floor shops, they rotate very fast, and you have to be at the right location. Like Karan is coming up at a CG projects at CG Road, which I called area like Devanand area, because it's going to be evergreen. It's going to be an evergreen area of Ahmedabad, as you asked, because there people who wants to be at CG Road will always be at CG Road. They won't go to SG Road. They won't go to Bodakdev Satellite or any areas. So I think that people who have a horizon of 2-3 years, they should invest in ground floor shops, and their returns would be good as well. So if you talk about returns, Ahmedabad is not a volatile market. So if you invested, your money will not depreciate.
Sure.
So if as a consultant, I have to give an advice to someone, I won't give an wrong advice, but the investment returns in real estate is around 12 to 15%. And if you invest in land, the returns can be to 25-30%, depending on the location. And like after COVID, no one was expecting that this much prices will increase in land. And land of 6,000 per square yard, in 1 year time, it was selling at 20,000 rupees a square yard.
Oh, wow.
So, which was 6,000 per square yard, remained for 10 years. The people stayed invested for 10 years in that land, and the return they got after 10 years was, you can't imagine. So if you want a longer term horizon, it should be land. If you are looking for something which can give you quick returns, invest in Karan's project at CG Road on the ground floor, and the returns would be excellent.
Very good. Karan, you have completed one very luxury segment, residential, and now you're creating some good commercial also. I always follow you on the social media.
Yeah.
So, what are your company's future plans? You only want to be in Ahmedabad, or you are planning to go to other cities and in Gujarat?
Yeah, no, so, that's a very nice question. Firstly, Ahmedabad is a very nice market. A very nice market, very comfortable market. It's a market that will always grow. So, we want to keep our focus at Ahmedabad. We don't want to look outside, don't want to get distracted, diverted. We are very focused that we want to make the best buildings at the best locations in Ahmedabad. So we are not looking outside. And in Ahmedabad, if you talk about, so, we are not going to be sector specific, not only residential, not only commercial. I like to think of us as, probably a company that, being a small company, we are very flexible. We can go wherever the trend is, wherever the market is. But we always want to try and look for the best locations. That is the main advantage. We don't want to do very big projects. We want to do a good size building at a good location. And, that is our focus.
Excellent. So you have positioned yourself in certain way. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And
we can easy to manage.
No, it's not about easy to manage, but positioning in real estate is now slowly happening.
Correct.
Nobody knew that those people who position themselves, that this is called positioning. In the other industry, we can identify, companies, individual, and the market.
Correct.
As you said some time ago, that there is an area where only affordable segment is there. So that
Correct.
location is positioned as a affordable.
Yeah.
So one is in real estate, you can position your location, you can position an individual, broker, maybe a company, and you can also position the product. The certain product is positioned as
Correct.
you were selling about that plotting development with gold on canal, So in weekend homes also there is a positioned this thing. But I think post-COVID there are a lot of 2-tier, 3-tier cities where we have seen a growth in weekend homes and plotted development, a gated community where developer himself, themselves, they are maintaining the property. So investors are coming, they are buying that property. They use during a year maybe 10, 15, 20 times, and rest of the time company take care of that property, clean it and rent it out. Because in today's generation, they don't want to go to hotels.
Correct.
So this thing is picking up very fast. So how do you see that market in and around Ahmedabad? Maybe 50-100 kilometers around Ahmedabad.
Yeah, so of course, I saw a lot of my friends also bought farmhouses. They bought a lot of plots. A lot of people I know, they did invest that side, and we lost a lot of investment that was coming into commercial market to land.
Yes.
So now we are seeing it come back to commercial because the prices have become such. And what happened was that this FOMO attitude, I bought, as Vivek said, 6,000 or 20,000 ho gaya. So if I tell my friend, he'll be like, "Arey, haan yaar, main bhi abhi karta hu, main bhi sochta hu." So that took a lot of money away from the other segments of the market. Now, what I feel is that, okay, everybody who's bought, land for the purpose of trading, they've traded out, they've made their money, they've left. Now, what we have left is the end users. And Ahmedabad, as a city, the lifestyle we have here is you can actually take the time out to go to these farmhouses and enjoy the weekend. Because if say I have a farmhouse, it'll take me max 45 minutes to get
True.
there, which is normal travel time to get anywhere in a big city.
Correct.
So 45 minutes, I can be from my house to outside the city at my farmhouse, and I'm on holiday, I'm on vacation. Whereas same thing, if I have to do it in Bombay, Delhi, it'll take me 2 hours, 3 hours just to get from one place to another place in the city.
Correct.
So that way the market no doubt has done tremendous. Developers also doing a very good job. I have, a few of my developer friends who have amazing projects. They maintain the properties, they rent it out. If there's weddings, there's that. So your maintenance cost of the year also gets taken care of.
Yes. Yes.
By subleasing your property, so all that is happening. The developers have also stepped up their game. The quality of offerings is tremendous, and that has really helped the market develop, especially when it comes to these plottings.
Excellent. During the COVID lockdown, a lot of people thought that अभी commercial market तो खत्म हो गया, क्योंकि सब लोग घर पे बैठ के काम कर रहे थे, and उसकी वजह से जब फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन खत्म हुआ तो घर की वैल्यू बढ़ गई, क्योंकि उसको लगा कि अभी घर पे बैठ के काम करना है तो मुझे एक एक्स्ट्रा रूम चाहिए, इसलिए पीपल स्टार्टेड बाइंग अ बिगर होम. करेक्ट. और बहुत सारे खास करके आईटी कंपनीज जिनको घर से, आज भी देयर आर फ्यू कंपनीज हु आर नॉट अलाउइंग द पीपल टू कम बैक बिकॉज उनका एफिशिएंसी बढ़ गया है. और वो बंदों को भी, अभी जो बंदा बॉम्बे में काम करता था वो रहता, ही केम फ्रॉम बड़ौदा, उसको वापस बड़ौदा भेज दिया, तो उसका कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग में फर्क पड़ गया है. ही इज विद फैमिली. Recently, DLF has announced, now this generation, millennials, they want to go out in a different location, and from there they want to work, not from their home. कंपनी ने बोला है वर्क फ्रॉम होम करो, बट वो बोलता है मेरे को घर पे नहीं बैठना है, मैं गोवा में जाके एक फ्लैट लेता हूँ सर्विस अपार्टमेंट 1 महीने के लिए, फिर मनाली में जाऊंगा, डिपेंड्स ऑन द टाइमिंग लोकेशन जहाँ पे. So DLF has recently came out and announced that they are going to create 200-300 acres township in and around those locations where atmosphere is fabulous. Goa, we have seen that happening. So what is your view? अभी तो वहाँ पे आपका रेंटल इनकम भी बढ़ रहा है, इन्वेस्टमेंट भी अच्छा हो रहा है, and these people are taking for long lease, 1 महीना 2 महीने के लिए कंपनी खरीदती है. So how do you see that market depend?
Yes, definitely. Co-living का एक थोड़ा extended version रहेगा ये, और co-living और service apartment का combination. So more of a hospitality sector, you can say, which will take the benefit of this type of things. Definitely work from home was not supposed to sustain at all, because especially when cities, like people have smaller homes, bigger families, उनके इतने इनकम नहीं होते थे कि वो या उतना स्पेस भी नहीं होता था घर में. इन सब चीजों की वजह से वर्क फ्रॉम होम वापस भी आ रहा है. दूसरा, इंडियन इज अ कल्चर की जहाँ पे इंटरेक्शन नहीं होता, तो टीम बॉन्डिंग, टीम स्पिरिट जो वीडियो पे होता है, शायद यही चीज फिजिकल में होता, तो उसका एक अलग अपना मजा रहता है. तो शायद ये सब चीजों की वजह से ये एक्सपेरिमेंटल बेसिस पे चलेगा, एंड टाइम विल टेल वेदर दिस विल बी survive for longer, or again we may come back to basics and probably start living normal life.
Excellent. I think we had a wonderful interaction with all three of you, and पता नहीं चला कि कैसे 1.5 घंटा निकल गया, but great learning about Ahmedabad city market, your experience. So now two last things which I want to ask all three of you. So what is the future of Ahmedabad real estate? Maybe another 5 years, 10 years down the line, and why should someone invest in Ahmedabad? Give 3 reasons. All of you. Start from Karan.
Yeah, I'll give the first reason. Firstly, I feel that Ahmedabad is very uniquely positioned in terms of the kind of businesses that we have. The infrastructure now is tremendous, and everything has just set itself up for the rocket to launch. So the infrastructure is in the right place, the developers are in the right place. We are at a level from where we can take off now. So I think this is why I feel in the next 5 years, 10 years, Ahmedabad real estate is going to be tremendous. The growth potential is going to be tremendous. We are going to see a lot of influx of people from other cities come in, and we are going to see more beautiful buildings, and hopefully I can add a few of them.
How do you see this bullet train affecting Ahmedabad market? Because that's a very, very prestigious project.
Yeah, it'll help a lot. We have, so in all our projects, we have people from Bombay who have bought. Bombay specifically, not from Jaipur, not from other cities, but Bombay specifically. When we did our luxury residential building, 20% of the buyers were Bombay. Right now, also in commercial, 25 to 30% of buyers are from Bombay.
So please
So
share
that
the
is a
detail and we will start marketing your project.
yeah, 100%. So that is a big number, and it is something that sticks out when I look at, the list of buyers, it sticks out. That
Yes.
Bombay se bahut inquiry hai. A lot of people are coming from Bombay specifically. So bullet train will help a lot.
I think bullet train also will help people from Ahmedabad to come and do business in Mumbai because timing बहुत short हो जाएगा.
Yeah, 100%. But affordability is much better in Ahmedabad. So that is why a lot of people want to invest in Ahmedabad, buy property in Ahmedabad. So that's
So
where
before
it's
Ahmedabad and Bombay market became the same, please buy it now. So that you have that difference. Yes,
exactly.
yes, Samir.
Yes.
Yes, please.
So for me, Ahmedabad has always been a well-connected city. So if you see air, if you say road, and if you say rail, Ahmedabad is well-connected city. So people from not only around Ahmedabad, but people from all around the world, as you asked me before, who are buying in Ahmedabad, people from all around the world are interested in buying in Ahmedabad because it is still affordable. The city, like if you compare Mumbai, if you compare Delhi, we may not have got the nightlife of what you have got, but we have got the safest city tag,
Wow.
which I think people around the world are looking at. We have got land is which no one is making it anymore. So all around Ahmedabad, the land is still available, and we have got the chance not only of vertical but horizontal development and big developments. So I think people have opportunity to live on the 40th floor or 50th floor of a apartment scheme, or live in a weekend home scheme which has a golf course, which has as I said, a canal, have a beer on the board, which is still not allowed in Ahmedabad. But I think because of this things, I think Ahmedabad is always going to be an attractive city. And as everyone are saying, the next Dubai, but GIFT is going to be the next Dubai of Ahmedabad. GIFT has got SEZ, and sooner or later, lots of financial institutions and lots of IT companies will be coming to Ahmedabad. So Ahmedabad is going to be having a growth which no other city is going to see. So still it's affordable. So those who have not bought at Ahmedabad, I would recommend to contact me or Dipen and buy at Ahmedabad, and we will sell property of Karan and other good developers here.
Karan, before I ask Dipen final question, what is your view on dollar? A lot of people are asking this about can you share something about dollar? How it is and what is the future of dollar?
So I think, I feel a lot of people are investing into dollar from Ahmedabad also, I see, but I still feel that there is time. So people with a long investment horizon who want to be part of something, but you have to be ready to be parked for the long time. So that's where I feel the time. But before dollar, I feel GIFT City is where the next development is.
Yes.
And that is going to be a tremendous hub, as Vivek pointed out, a lot of companies. So it's the only township where everything is, the infrastructure is ready, but people have not come in. So that is going to be the government's next focus to get in. But yeah, of course, then after that, dollar it is.
Yes, Dipen.
Yeah, so Ahmedabad is slowly and gradually moving from investment to consumption. So people are earlier talking about price, now they are talking about amenities and value. As I said earlier, and those are the people who pay price. So definitely pricing may not be the factor. So whosoever invests will definitely get the exit. Secondly, Ahmedabad is still affordable for tier 1 cities like Bombay, Pune, Bangalore, and still it is adding value to the aspiration of tier 3 towns like Saurashtra region, or for that matter North Gujarat. So definitely we are positioned right. Tier 2 has its own advantages. And third, last but very important point, दिल्ली में जिसकी सरकार होती है उसका चलना ही है. If you see Noida, Gurgaon development, kudos to Delhi government, obviously central में जिसका government होता है, with all due respect to public platform, but then fact remains the fact. Definitely we are seeing far more transparent and faster development and governance and everything. But yes, that these are the points we are banging. World-class stadium. Even Ahmedabad is planning to host Olympics, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line. But then the infra has started creating. So these are the things which will change the skyline and lifeline of Ahmedabad real estate.
Great. I think अहमदाबाद की सोच बड़ी है और अहमदाबाद का दिल भी बहुत बड़ा है. So thank you all of you for having been here on Broker Ki Paathshala and sharing your thoughts and insight about the city and the market and the relationship between builders and brokers. I think I see a lot of opportunities, a lot of positivity, a lot of collaboration happening in our industry. And our industry is really having a great time now. This entire decade, we can see real estate is going to grow like anything, you know. So, on behalf of Broker Ki Paathshala and all the brokers of India, we would like to present the appreciation certificate to all of you. Ruksar, can we have the appreciation certificate, please?
Yes.
Yeah. So, first to Dipen, Broker Ki Paathshala, an initiative by Square Feet Foundation, certificate of appreciation to express our gratitude to. अच्छा, लाइन से आए वापिस. करण, आपका नाम पहले आ गया.
Yes.
Developer always first.
Director HRG Group, Ahmedabad, for his gracious presence and significant contribution in making the Broker Ki Paathshala a great success. This is season 5, 2022. Today, 29th April. Karan, please accept this.
Thank you so much.
Online, so I'm not able to come personally.
Yes.
Please
Thank you so much.
Your table so that you can remember, and we will always remember you for having been here. Thank you very
For
much.
sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, next. To Vivek, Parikh, Broker Ki Paathshala, an initiative by Square Feet Foundation, certificate of appreciation to express our gratitude to Mr. Vivek Parikh, Honor, Remax Metro, Ahmedabad, for his gracious presence and significant contribution in making Broker Ki Paathshala a great success in season 5, 29th April. Thank you, Vivek, for your time and sharing your knowledge and experience with all our viewers and all the broker fraternity.
I would like to say thank you to you, Vinodji. As I said, this is a great initiative. People across India, not only India, but around the world, can get connected to people in any part of India and do business. So congratulations on a great initiative and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Vivek. And to Dipen Thakkar, Broker Ki Paathshala, an initiative by Square Feet Foundation, certificate of appreciation to express our gratitude to Mr. Dipen Thakkar, property archer, entrepreneur, Ahmedabad, for his gracious presence and significant contribution in making Broker Ki Paathshala a great success. Season 5, 29th April 2022.
Thank you so much, Vinod bhai. आप ही से सीखा है तो it's always been a great to interact with you. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Yes, Karan, last word.
Yes. Had a great time. Great initiative, Vinod bhai. I still remember the first day we met. I was new and you were sitting right next to me. Yes. And we had a great conversation and I'm so happy that we are still connected. And, congrats on a great initiative. I know you always have the interest of the industry at heart. And, you do all your efforts that you have taken is for the good of this industry, for both consultants and developers and clients, everybody. So, thank you so much for that.
Excellent. Broker Ki Paathshala का tagline ये है कि you all came and share, correct? Sharing, तो बांटने से बढ़ता है. आज जितना share करोगे उतना बढ़ता है. बांटने से बढ़ता है. So we will keep on doing that. And before we send off each other, let me announce the next week city. So we are announcing the next city on 6th of May. We are going to Nasik, the city of pilgrimage, wonderful city. So friends, please don't forget to connect on next Friday, 6th May, 4 p.m. onwards in Cityscape, Broker Ki Paathshala Season 5, Session 42, the pulse of Nasik city. We will have another 3 or 4 young and dynamic people who will come and share their stories and their insight about their city. Because everyone who are working in their city, they have that sense of belonging. They want to promote their city, and Broker Ki Paathshala want to give this platform to each city of India to come and share their stories and the opportunities for all of us across the country. So once again, thank you, gentlemen, Karan, Vivek, and Dipen, for having been here with me. It was a wonderful experience, and we have a great memory for all of us to store in. Till then, please take care and have a wonderful journey ahead. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Once again.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.